morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela and I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady. Right, so let's get on with what we've been up to this week. As you know, I have not been well, hubby's not been well, daughter has escaped it, thankfully. So let's go on to our video roundup for this week. Now, first up was the Crochet Now magazines, number 15 to number 19. I really love the comments that you guys have put on there, and you've been really supportive. I've noticed some of the American girls said, "Oh, I've been able to find it in this shop at this price." I'm sorry, but that's just a ridiculous amount of money for a magazine, especially when you can get a book. So if there are patterns in there that you like, tell me. I'll give you, and if it's not written on the screen already, I will give you the details of the pattern designer and the pattern name, so that you can go off and have a search. Now, so far I have actually found a revised pattern version of the shawl that is in book number 15 now. That's been sitting on my sofa a week and I still haven't got round to actually attempting the pattern. Because there was a little bit in there that I was a bit unsure about, so at the moment, because of all the brain fog and everything, I'm just not had a go. But as I said, that pattern can be got from the pattern creator, and the details of that is on that video in the comments section. If I remember, no guarantees at the moment that I will, but if I remember, I will try. I'll put that in the comments on that video. Not the comments, sorry, the drop down box of that video. I'll move the link over. Okay, so that was for that one. And then of course we had our Throwback Friday on Friday. Hope you liked all those. I still think it's a really lovely thing to show you all the old stuff and show you how what I was up to back then, and it saves you going through the videos if you're new. But what I would ask is, at the moment I am being a little bit cheeky with this throwback, because it means that if you've been supporting me throughout the journey and you've already watched those videos, now if you watch the video again from the original, the minutes that you spend watching it doesn't count towards the minutes that I need to collect. But if you watched the original and now you're watching the throwback, because it is a completely new video using the old stuff, it passes and it counts. So those minutes will count. So even if you have seen them, just turn the volume down and leave it playing in the background for like the 20 minutes or so that normally the videos last for. If you do that, that would be absolutely amazing for me. Now I'm still quite a way off of getting the minutes needed so that I can monetize. Now my plan is that when I monetize, any money that I make from the channel, which I don't like, it would just be from the adverts. I don't want to do the old buy me a cup of coffee stuff. I just want to basically make YouTube pay for me to put the videos out just by shoving an advert on, and then once I know the length of time that you guys would need to watch it, I'll tell you. I think it's about 16 seconds. Once you get past there it counts, but I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on it yet. But as you know from my lives, I put the first comment in on the comments. There's normally welcome and come straight through. Don't bother watching videos because I'm not monetized, so it's just helping them out, like YouTube out. It's not helping me as a creator out for you to waste time and miss out on having a laugh and a giggle with us. So then once we get YouTube coughing up the cash, I'm going to be using that first off to cover the cost of the extra bits I need for the poppies for each year's British Legion challenge. Right, once YouTube have coughed up enough of that cash to help me with the extra bits, I'll be using the extra amounts of cash that I get, fingers crossed, to help cover postage and prizes. So it means that I can put more prizes out on the channel and a few more competitions that aren't just pattern related, because of course not everybody wants to do corner to corner. And of course for me, I find it easier to make up corner to corner, because it means then that it doesn't matter if you're left or right handed, you haven't got to muck around and work out how to do a stitch and how to work the pattern, you can just follow it as it's written, so it makes it easier for everybody. But yes, I will at some point be bringing out other patterns that aren't corner to corner. Please don't quote me on it. I know I've said that there was one that I was planning to do, which was a kiddie's pocket scarf. Brain's just not there. I think I've sussed out how to do the picture front for the pocket, but it's, of course, it's getting the description out of my brain, out of my gob, and onto camera without mucking it up, so that you guys all understand how to do it. Because there's a bit of a method to doing the stitch and picking up and dropping colours and things like that, that's not the same as the corner to corners. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit more complicated than the corner to corner. And then, of course, the scarf on top, I've got to work out whether it's worth carrying on the pattern all the way down the scarf for us just to be sewing over the top of our fit, or whether I'm just going to cheat and try and save us some yarn just by doing a basic back section, so that you know exactly where those pockets need to go on. So yeah, there's a lot of tweaking on that one, and of course it would be nice if I can find somebody to test it once it's done. But bless my testers are tied up with other corner to corner, and of course those are big uns. Right, on to the next thing. Right, so they were the two videos that I put up this week, and I've really waffled about them, haven't I? But as I said, that, oh, brain. Right, now a little personal message out to our to Susan, Ladybird, Lorraine and Sabrina. I haven't forgotten about you. I've got directly in front of me here a sheet of paper with your names on and with the patterns that you've chosen. Now, I'm still on foggy brain, and it's a lot worse than normal foggy brain. Imagine pregnancy foggy brain and then times it by about 20 to 30%, and that's where my brain's at the moment. So because of that, I don't want to be going in and mucking around with patterns and typing or adding to the ones that I've already partly done, because by the time it gets to you, it may not be readable. So I'm holding out a little bit longer, probably about another week or so, until the brain fog hopefully does one and goes away, and then I will get on and I will make sure that the patterns are correct and that there shouldn't be any faults with them, and then I will send them over to you. If you notice anything though, please don't worry about sort of upsetting me. It will just be a case of, you notice a problem, find me back an email going, "Wait, women, I think this is wrong." And then I can check it and double check it and triple check it for you, and give you the right mix of stitches, box counts and things for you. Right, so that's those ones. Now, last weekend I announced the winner of the 1000 sub giveaway. Come on girl, you haven't watched the video yet. And so, or if you have, you forgot to comment and you forgot to email. So if you haven't had a chance to actually watch it yet, hop over to that one. I will put a link up here, and there'll be a link in the description box below. So pop over and watch the video and you will see whether you've won or not. And I'd love to know in the comment section down below how you took it when you found out it was you. If it's you, fingers crossed. Right, on to the next bit. Right, now on to this week's poppy count. I haven't done any poppies this week. I've actually done next to no crochet. But the main reason I haven't done the poppies this week is, of course, I don't want to run the risk of putting anything extra in the boxes. So I have checked with my local GP and a doctor up at the local hospital, and they have informed me that I'm now non-contagious and I can get back to crocheting them poppies. Bonus! So next week we will have a load, because I'm thinking, even with the brain fog, I should remember how to do them now. Have made like 1500 so far in total, so I should know the pattern, shouldn't I, really? Right, so I'm going to head on to doing those this week, and solely those, and just to try and get my brain fog shifted and get my crochet mojo back, because I haven't really done a great deal of anything else. So what have I managed to crochet this week? Just this, or these I should say. They are technically going to be key rings. I just didn't come upstairs and get the key rings out because I wanted to try and keep this room as germ-free as possible so that I didn't have to do a mega clean on it like I have with other rooms. Right, so I've got Mini Among Us. I think that's what they are. But they're from that little computer game. Now, I made them and I have followed a pattern. I will put the link up above, details on screen and link down below of the pattern that I use. Now remember, I had brain fog, so I found these ones really tough. In a couple of weeks time I think I would speed through them and they'll probably take me about an hour to make, but with my brain fog it took me about 4 to 5 hours each. That's how bad the brain fog is. And my daughter has informed me that the backpacks are up the wrong way. So I best go check the pattern to see if I mucked up. Fingers crossed it's me. But yeah, they're really cute. And they're quite a nice little size as well. For hanging off of kids' school bags. So that's it. That's all the crocheting I've done this week. It's quite dismal really. Really dismal. I need to get back to it, don't I? Oh, I come across some juicy gossip on Facebook last week, I think it was. Basically, Spotlight in Australia are going to be opening more stores. Hold on, I've got to find the picture. Yep, I took a picture, so I knew. It's going to be 150 new stores across Australia. Okay, Australia is massive, so... but even then, that is 150 more chances to find Millen bags. Yay! And I also found out that in some shops, not just in Australia, but the ones in America, you know when you go down your yarn section and they've got all your discounts and things? If you go to the back of the store, there's normally a section with a more discounted items in that are from around the whole shop. And they're shoving in yarn in those, and the image that I saw was for Lion Brand Landscapes, and they had been knocked down at least twice, and people didn't realise, like us crafters didn't realise they were there because they were in a different part of the store. So if you have a chance when you go out shopping and you're checking just for yellow label or orange labelled items, and having those around the whole store, because you never know, you might find some that are doubly discounted elsewhere in the store and you can come out and go, yay, thank you Poppy. Right, now we've got a little video that I managed to catch this week of our Liam. So he's doing his little guest appearance. I tell you what, he's not normally naughty like this and he's not normally cheeky like this, but I just think that the temptation was too much for him. The bacon sandwich challenge. Will he be able to leave it alone? Or will temptation get the better of him? I'm going to start recording and I'm going to now ignore him and pretend I'm playing a game on my phone.
Service. No power. Good. Dude. Outside?
Excuse me, Liam. Did it? Sorry. Did you just nick my sandwich? Did you just nick my sandwich? Where's the bread gone? Where's the other half of the bacon gone? Did you nick it? You're looking rather guilty, mister. Proper guilt? Yeah, you took it from there, didn't you? Oh, sorry. Are you sorry now? You've missed some. There's still some bacon on the floor. Cheeky. Right, so a little explanation on the size of that bacon sandwich. We had some bacon that was actually was going off on that day, so we had to cook the whole lot up. And so because of this, that's why our bacon sandwiches were so big. And I don't normally have a lot of bread, so I put what would normally go in 2 bacon sandwiches into one. And that's why that was there. And of course, because I was ill at the time, as you could probably hear, I did a bit of a cough. Wasn't meant to be on camera. But because I was ill, I couldn't eat as much as I would normally have eaten, which was a shame, because of course otherwise it would have gone to waste, or gone in the bin. And so that's why I wasn't too worried about Liam nicking it if he did, which he did do. He's a cheeky monkey. But honestly, after I turned that camera off, he chased the cat in and pretended that she was the one that nicked the sandwich, because he thought I was asleep, because I was laying there with like my eyes closed pretending. So the whole video, I've cut quite a chunk of it out, because a whole part of the video was him just checking to see if he could do it and stuff like that, or just staying so still. The video looked like I'd just frozen him in time, so I didn't want to waste your time, because I knew you'd want to get to the end of it. Right, a little update for any of you in the UK or North or South Island. As you know, I have an affiliated link for the Secret Yarn Stash. Now, at this moment in time, she is doing... Sorry, I'm just grabbing my bag. She is doing... I love this stuff. The Boho Spirit on special, and it is 3 balls for £8. Oh, brain. Now it's 3 balls of 100 grams of this yarn, and it's any 3 colourways that you want to choose. They all go together, so it doesn't matter if you've got 1 of one and 2 of another. Just make sure you've got 3 in your basket. And they come in at £8.75. Individually priced, they are only £3.45. Now that on its own is still cheaper than Derrimore's and Wool Warehouse and other retailers. So if you jump on that affiliated link down below, it won't cost you a bean to use, it won't cost you a penny, but it means that when you pop your order through, I will get a small percentage, and the money raised from that buys the yarn for the poppies. Which is absolutely brilliant. I am so chuffed that she's offering this, the affiliated link to me, so that I can do that. Now that offer is only valid until the end of this month, which is why I'm telling you about it now. I should have really told you about it last week, but brain fog and all the rest of it. So that is available till the end of this month. So if you are planning to do it and you can afford to do it, jump in and do it now. Okay. She's got some other yarns on there, beautiful yarns, and pretty much all of the prices are lower than Derrimore's and Wool Warehouse. The only one that she is the same on is the Starcraft Special DK. Right, so if you sign up, you are eligible to collect points, okay, and it's a £1 a point type scenario. So for every £1 you spend, you get a point, which you can then use to purchase yarn at a later date. Now, if you spend over £30, you're going to get free postage. So you get a one-time discount code which will give you, I believe it's 15% off of your first order. So of course, making it up to the 30 quid for your free postage becomes even more fun because you're getting more yarn for your money straight off. As well as the prices being cheaper than Derry Moore's or Wool Warehouse. If you do that and you just make it to over the £30, I will get enough points to get one ball of yarn. And if you've watched previous things where I've spoken about this company, you will know that one ball of yarn equals one box of poppies, which equals £120 minimum raised for the Royal British Legion once the poppies are made, mind. So it's a really beneficial to the poppy challenge, and of course you're getting your yarn and it's costing you no extra to use the affiliated link. Right, so that is it for me for today. I'm gonna head back downstairs and ventilate this room and go and attack the poppies. So fingers crossed I will have some to add to the poppy count next week. Right, I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really soon. If you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe. So ta-ra for now, everybody.